Tribute by the grandchildren. Tribute by the grandchildren. Thank you.
While we're prepared to receive the tribute, it is proper we receive also Toby Afede the 14th, the Paramount Chief of the Asokli State and former President of the National House of Chiefs, Toby Miedowizo now. Also with us is the Paramount Chief and President of the Kuma Shima Traditional Council, Dufia of Puti, and the head of Royal Ajovia clan, Miafiaga of Anglo Kingdom, Togbi Nyaho Tamaklo the Sith. Togbi Miedowizo now.
She was a once-in-a-lifetime woman. My grandmother lit a light that seemed woven from something beyond this world. She carried a fire that crackled through every movement of her life. My grandmother moved through life like a flame that knew its own strength, bright, daring, and unafraid to burn with purpose. Her presence filled every space. To know her was to feel seen, lifted, and empowered. But beyond the power the world saw, who was she as a grandmother? What was it like to grow up beside that blaze of grace, elegance, mischief, and excitement? That is a story I want to share. She was the most fascinating woman, with stories pouring out of her every time she spoke. These were not ordinary stories. They were vibrant, dramatic, action-packed tales, delivered with a spark in her voice that made you feel as though you were living these stories right beside her. She found humor in the most unexpected ways, in the unexpected corners of life. Only she could transform National Geographic into a telenovela, turning the animal kingdom into prime-time entertainment. With Grandma, glamour never rested. Even at home, she pranced around in high-heeled slippers, as if elegance itself were a language she spoke effortlessly. A quiet reminder that beauty for her was simply a way of being. She meant many things to many people. She was a mother to all, a matriarch who could bring even the mightiest man to heel, shrinking him back into a boy with just one look. Or in my case, at 20 years old, I was still expected to avert my gaze during any kissing scene on TV, with her fierce insistence on viewers' discretion. In her eyes, I will always be her baby. The realization of losing her comes in ebbs and flows. To imagine a world without her is to imagine a world without sun, without birdsong, without the hum of life itself. But she gave us everything. Even when the world left her tired, she still gave. Even when she was stretched thin, she still poured out love. We were truly in the presence of an angel. Her unyielding love, her boundless energy, her force of life were gifts to everyone who knew her. She was a once-in-a-lifetime woman. She strode through the world with purpose, whilst in 6-inch heels, propelled by a greater calling. Giving to my grandmother came as naturally as breathing. She showed us day after day what the definition of selflessness really is. She shaped my understanding of what it means to be a woman. Through her, I learned that womanhood is not defined by sacrifice alone, but by resilience, vibrancy, humor, grace, and the unapologetic embrace of one's own power. She was fierce when the world demanded strength, and gentle when the world needed softness. She is, and she will always be my hero, and I made sure to tell her. When a woman turns everything she touches into gold, she leaves behind treasures that time can never tarnish. Eternal memories, stories, and impact that will outlive us all. The greatest way we can honor her today is by living as fully, as boldly, and as joyfully as she did. She knew how to live. Now it is our turn to follow her lead. Thank you.